Hey guys, I'm back with another video. So I thought I would do something different this time. So I got together all the books I own that I've read since I was a child, or just books I've read before I got into BookTube, and books before I got into YA books. Now I have a lot of middle grade books, just because I'm not like a lot older, like in my 20s, but these are all the books I've read before I got into YA, and a lot of the childhood books I've read. So let's get started. I'll try not to make this so long, and if it gets really long, I'll definitely put it into parts, so different parts. So let's get started. Okay, so one of the first series I ever read in elementary school, starting in 4th grade, was the Fudge books by Judy Blume. The series, I think it's just called the Fudge series. There's 5 books. I have all of them except for the first one, which is Tales of a 4th Grade Nothing by Judy Blume. And here are the rest of the books. So, the one that comes after Tales of a 4th Grade Nothing is otherwise known as Sheila the Great, Super Fudge, Fudge-mania, and the very last one in the Fudge series, Double Fudge. Now this series is so good. I read these in elementary school. Yes, I've been reading since I was little, since I was like 8 or 9, and of course I still love reading now. So yeah, I don't have the first book, unfortunately, but I'm gonna be getting a box set in the future, because I don't know if you guys could tell, but these books are all destroyed. I mean, look at the spines. It's because I've read these books like a million times. They're so good. So it's about this boy named Peter. He's 11. I think he's 11.
He's either 11 or 12. And so, this book's all about family. So he has a younger brother named Fudge, and Fudge is really annoying. He's such an annoying, difficult kid. And then, in Super Fudge, the parents have another baby. They have a younger sister, which they call Tootsie, like Tootsie Roll. So, but that's her nickname. And think about it, it's so funny because his younger sister's name is Tootsie, and his younger brother's name is Fudge. That's not his real name, it's Farley. But these books are so funny. And I love these books because it's all about family. I love it so much. These books were written in I believe the 70s and 80s. They're so good. So I recommend you guys to check these out, even though they're middle grade. Yeah, they're the Fudge series by Judy Blume. There's new covers, by the way. These are the older covers. And so I got these in 4th grade. And they're so good. They really are. So I really recommend you guys to check them out. Oh yeah.
Speaking of Judy Blume, I have 2 other books I read from her I read these in my childhood, because to this day, I still love Judy Blume. She's one of my favorite realistic fiction authors. But I haven't read her other books yet, but I definitely will. These are for younger kids. So the first one is Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. I read this book since I was little, and I loved it. I still love it to this day. It's about this girl named
Margaret, who's 12 years old. She's in middle school. I believe she moves from New York City to the suburbs, and she tries to fit in. And then she meets this group of girls and stuff like that. And so it's just pretty much just about a girl trying to fit in, and she tries to believe in God because I think her family's Jewish, or her grandmother's Jewish, but her family doesn't want her to have a religion or to have a relationship with God. But yeah, this book is just so good. It's such a cute little grade read.
The next book I read from Judy Blume is Blubber. This is another realistic fiction book about the main character's name is Jill, and she's in 5th grade.
And Jill and her friends all bully this girl named Linda because she's fat, because she does a report on the whale, and she talks about the whale's blubber in her report. And then, so Wendy writes a note in class saying Blubber's a good name for her, and then she passes it on and on to the rest of the class, and then all the kids start to bully and tease Linda. This book is so good. This book has such a good message about bullying. And yeah, I read this when I was younger, and I still love it to this day. So guys, really check out these other books from Judy Blume. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, and Blubber. They're really good if you like realistic fiction. I highly recommend these 2 books, and yeah, I really want to read Judy Blume's other books too. So yeah.
The next middle grade series I've been reading since I was probably in like 6th grade, but I only had like 2 books from the series, and there's a lot. Like there's like 12 in the first year, but there's a lot more because there's one when the main character's in 7th grade and 8th grade. So the main character's in middle school. The book series is I'm so sorry, Dear Dumb Diary by, I think it's Jim Benton? Yeah, Jim Benton. Dear Dumb Diary. These books are hilarious. Like, they are so funny. So it's pretty much just about this girl in middle school named Jamie Kelly. And like the title says, the whole book is a diary that she writes about her life. She writes about
school, how every Thursday it's Meatloaf Monday, Meatloaf Thursday, I'm so sorry. And there's like this really mean fat lunch lady, mean office ladies. She writes about these kids in her class, her best friend Isabella, who has an evil side, who likes to torture people. And these books are so funny, just to make characters in middle school. These are so funny. I have all the other books I've shown to you, but there's too many. Also, on every page, there's pictures. Really, this book series is hilarious. If you want to read, a hilarious middle grade book series, I really recommend Dear Dumb Diary by Jim Benton. These books are hilarious. So really check them out.
So the next book series I've been reading since I was little, actually I only have the first book and the 5th one, but I was able to understand it, and I got these I got these at a book fair when I was like in 5th grade. How come they don't do book fairs in high school anymore? I mean, I'm out of high school now. I graduated last year in June. But like, I noticed in middle school they always had book fairs, but how come they never had book fairs in high school? I so would have gotten more books. So anyway, it's the McGraw series by Bob Balaban. Here's the first book, McGraw, Beware of Dog. And the 5th book, it's a dog-eat-dog world. These books are about a boy named Thomas. I think he's in 5th grade. And
a boy named Thomas, he has a best friend. Named, I think named Violet. I've read these in a while. And he always wanted a dog. He never had a dog. His parents never let him have a dog. And one day, he was walking around outside with Violet, and they see a dog, and I think the dog gets hit by a car, and so Thomas goes to see if the dog's okay, and somehow the McGraw isn't just a normal golden retriever. He ends up becoming a super dog, like a super dog with powers. It is so cool. And in these books, there's like these evil villains. It is so cool. I love these books. But anyway, this is the first book. This is the 5th. So I have to read the rest of the series, obviously. So yeah, I recommend the McGraw series by Bob Balaban.
So the next book series I don't have anymore. I used to have, but I got rid of. I love these books. They were so cute. I read them when I was younger. They were the Animal Arc series. I'm sorry, I forgot who the author was. I'll put it like over here somewhere. But the Animal Arc books are so cute. It's about this girl named Mandy, and her parents are veterinarians, and so they have a built-in clinic, they have a veterinarian clinic built into their house. And for every different book, there's a different animal that comes to Animal Arc, which is their clinic. And every book's about a different animal. And so yeah, I don't own the books anymore. I wish I did. And yeah, I'm so sorry. And also another book series I don't own anymore. I don't own anymore is Full House. Full House is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. I remember my parents said they used to watch Full House before I was born.
And guys, I was named after Stephanie from Full House, and she's one of my favorite characters on Full House. It was such a great 80s show and early 90s show. I love Full House, so good. I love that show. I still watch it. But yeah, so my parents got me and my sisters to like it. And yeah, to this day, it will always be one of my favorite shows. So anyway, they made book series based on the Full House books, and so I used to read the Full House Michelle books. You know Michelle from Full House. And so they were books based on Michelle's character, and I love those books, but I did own them. Yeah, I did own them, but I don't have them anymore. I donated them to the library, I believe. And then another series I don't own, I never owned these. I used to read these in the library when I was in elementary school, the Babysitters Club. I don't know if you guys remember the Babysitters Club. I used to love those books. Honestly, I don't even remember reading them. I know I used to like them when I was younger. And yeah, the Babysitters Club, yeah, I told you. I'll put the book and the author's name over here somewhere. Yeah.